Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nicole Relkoff. I'm a naturopath here in Montreal, and I'm doing the presentation today on one of my favorite topics, life on life's terms, and also focusing on the adrenal glands. So it's a topic near and dear to my heart, partly because it's something that I see a lot within my practice. I see a lot of people dealing with a lot of stress that is continual, ongoing, demands, timelines, essays due if for students, family issues. The current issue right now that's a major stressor is the current quarantine that's happening. So there's a lot of stuff that happens that is completely outside of our control. There's nothing, absolutely nothing that we can do, say, think, no action whatsoever that will change circumstances. So when I'm working with my clients and I can see that they're being presented with aspects in their life that are simply things that cannot be changed of their own will, then it's my responsibility to really give the information on how to best manage and deal with the stress that that person has to deal with. So there's a couple factors. A major component is, of course, perception. Perception isn't going to be the key that will make or break everything, but it can do the shift towards either greater good or lesser good for your body as a whole. In part, what we can look at is the shape and the function of the adrenal glands. So first of all, knowing where they're placed in the body, it's right above the kidneys. So they sit up high, and those are fantastic for really being able to save your life is really what it comes down to. There's a few components. So there's the medulla that sits in the very middle. And that's really the aspect, the controller of the fight or flight response. So a lot of people have heard of that. It's very well known. And really what that does is it makes a difference in terms of how we respond to certain situations. So whether we need to fight and give that burst of energy or we need to run, again, a burst of energy, that's what's really going to control that. Then following that, we have our sex hormones that are produced just in the layer around the medulla of the adrenal gland. And that, of course, is involved in reproduction. So really important. And you can imagine, if the adrenal gland itself is stressed and constantly having to produce adrenaline, noradrenaline, then that's what's really going to, in the long run, play a role on our ability to reproduce. So for people struggling with fertility issues and trying to understand how the adrenals play a role, that kind of is one of the ways. Following that, we have the exterior, and in the exterior, that's really where our our cortisol is produced, and that is essential basically to our stress management. So we'll take a look today and get a sense of what's happening there. The other hormone produced by the adrenal glands is aldosterone. So sorry if I didn't say that right. I have a tendency to mispronounce. But nevertheless, that is the hormone that really will regulate your water levels by monitoring the sodium levels in your plasma. So certain supplements will play an integral role in making sure that your adrenal glands are functioning well. It makes a big difference if on the foods that you eat, the water that you intake, all of those play a key role in managing stress. So vitamin C, really important. Humans, we cannot manufacture our own vitamin C. Taking it from a reliable source is important. I will say that the majority of vitamin C on the market is derived from corn. So that's something that that we can take into consideration when purchasing a supplement. If somebody does have a known response to corn and is wanting to avoid any corn byproducts, check your vitamin C, check with the company, find out where it's sourced. There's maybe one or two companies that source their vitamin C from other plants. Another option is to look at herbs to get good dosages of vitamin C, fresh fruits and vegetables, of course, but also looking at different herbs and superfoods as they're known. Camu camu, for example, is an excellent source of vitamin C, and that can be found in capsule form, tablet form, and powder form. So easy to work with, decent taste, and it does wonders for your body and really does support your adrenal glands because it works within that cascade of um, basically the way that the body will produce hormones. It works within making sure to have a sound antioxidant base in addition to being a cofactor and really working with building the hormones that your body needs. So, in that, one of the best things that you can do as well is work with proper stress management. So again, when you're dealing with situations that are completely out of your control, the best thing that you can do is work to understand the situation, accept it, surrender. Not an easy thing to do, but yes, surrender. And the reason for that is because it will allow you to focus and reevaluate your priorities. And rather than continually push against something that won't change, you're able to then see new solutions. I personally really recommend working with different essential oils just to help breathe, relax, reevaluate. My favorite is Simplicity, which is one of the serums that I produce, and that is a blend of lavender, grapefruit, and lemongrass. So if you're interested in that, I'll put the Etsy link in the comments or in the description. So have a look, um, see what you think, and if you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.